Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Ah, oh well, it's fine. I missed you guys. Man, it feels like it's been forever. I hope you guys behaved yesterday. I took my test. I passed my test. Then I went out with a friend to celebrate, and then I went into work for a little bit. I worked a tiny bit, and then I cut myself. I said, no, I'm not staying here. And then I went back out with my friend for a bit. Oh, security, you can be Kathy. I don't want to be Kathy for a bit. I had fun today. Yesterday? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So yeah, the test was a drug test. No. Pregnancy test? No. IQ test? No. I failed that. So I got some clips today. One of them is a little bit. Okay. Do you remember the tiny little judge from New Jersey? You know, the woman, she was real spunky and she was from Jersey. She was just tiny little judge from New Jersey, and she was very New Jersey, okay? I don't know if you remember her or not, but like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 days ago, I'm like, man, I miss her. I'm gonna go get her. So I've been trolling Jersey for a week now. Not on, not on, not on, not on. And then yesterday she was, nope, not yesterday. I don't know when. Within the last 3 days, she was finally on. And I was like, yes. So I got her. But this is not, it's like a body swap or something. She is so chill and laid back and soft spoken and nice. It's horrible. I don't know what happened to my judge. But we're still going to watch her. Okay. And we're going to watch another new judge, Judge Todd, I think. I just like the name Judge Todd. And then another new judge. So let's get started with something little. Just a little one.
Okay. When was the last time you had a place to live, Robert?
It's possible I've showed Riggins before, but I probably have not. I don't remember showing Judge Riggins before. I've got him many, many, many times, but nothing very exciting ever happens.
Approximately a couple months ago.
What happened?
I don't know. My daughter flipped out. I guess I don't have the answer. She just told me she's tired of seeing my face. I was working next door with the lady, and I don't know, things got out of hand, got crazy.
How often does your daughter tell you that she's tired of seeing your face? Probably more often than you think, buddy.
Okay.
I don't understand.
All right. Do you have any kind of source of income?
Social Security,
How much do you get a month in Social Security?
8.
Have you applied for any kind of housing assistance or anything like that?
No, sir.
All right. Well, for now, I'm just set standard bond. It'll cost you $4,000 to bond out. You want me to appoint a public defender to represent you?
Yeah, if you would, please.
Okay. I'll appoint Warren Good.
No, no one.
Well, you don't get to pick and choose, Warren's
I
been.
don't get one.
Huh?
I'll hire one of
All right. Well, that's fine. You can hire your own. All right. I'll set the matter for a status of council hearing on January 13th.
I'm scheduled to VA for blood work. I got a schedule on the 22nd of January, so whatever. 10 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 10 o'clock, January 22nd.
Okay. Well, this is January 13th. So if you post your bond, be back in my court on January 13th, unless you've hired a lawyer. If you have hired a lawyer and they've entered an appearance, then you will not have to appear on January 13th. Your bench trial will.
No, no, you don't want nothing to do with him because he is very strict and very stern, and I couldn't imagine being married to someone someone like that. Kathy, we discussed the amount of salt you put on a steak. Is this what we discussed? No. Is this what we discussed? Kathy, answer my question, and then you can talk. Bam, bam, bam. No, no, we don't. No. Okay. Let's go to. We'll just go to the spunky judge and see her. I don't know who she is though.
3443 out of Newark 0714.
And you're showing it is still active right now?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Novak, you can have her reproduced.
Moderator Novak, yes, Your Honor. I'll call inform the jail right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Before we get into a judge that's just chill and laid back, look what Fozzie got me. Sybil, look what Sybil got me. Yes, this is the tiny judge. And my scissors are gone. Darn it. Okay. With a little zipper on it. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Isn't it so cool? Thank you, Fozzie. Thank you. All right, now go back to the little judge.
I was checking was to see if it was in E-courts, and I didn't see it in E-courts. All right. Can I have your name, sir? State versus Al-Kabir Haskins?
Yes.
W 2024-1516507114. Mr. Haskins, I'm Judge Elias. You're represented today by Ms. Sorrell. Ms. Sorrell has asked that I enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. The prosecutor is Ms. Julius. The prosecutor is agreeing to release you, but one of the conditions will be you have no contact with the alleged victim while this case remains open and pending. So you have to move. So please tell me what address you intend to go to.
Right now, I'm not going to stay.
Mrs. Searle never looks up.
Mr. Haskins, I really appreciate the fact that you're soft-spoken, because I am too. But I can't hear you, so I need you to move your chair up a little bit and talk a little louder.
I'm really happy to stay right now, but if I can make a couple of phone calls when I get out, then maybe I can see if there's somewhere I can stay.
Ms. Sorrell?
Your Honor, it appears Mr. Haskins does have a stable address and is certainly a good candidate for release.
Watch how the judge handles this. I love this judge sometimes, even when she's laid back.
Ask that he be released.
All right, Mr. Haskins, let's start all over again. Talk a little louder so everyone can hear you say that you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, right now I don't know where else to go. I just if I when I get out, if I can make a couple of phone calls and see if there's somewhere else that I can.
Don't worry though. Anna's a professional. Anna's just gonna roll with it.
Your Honor, the defense is proposing that Mr. Haskins be given the opportunity to provide an alternate address and in the interim stay at the shelter at 224 Sussex Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. While there, he could be in contact with pretrial services after ascertaining an alternate address. That is an address other than Mr. Haskins, other than the Triton Place, Newark address.
Your attorney has proposed that you go to a local shelter tonight, and then you can make your arrangements for where you'll go to stay and call pretrial services tomorrow. And I'll give you a time that you would have to call to give them the exact address of where you intend to go, if it's no longer going to be the shelter. And if it's still going to be the shelter, then you can call them and let them know that as well. And if and when you change your address, you'd always be required to immediately notify pretrial services. Are you amenable to going to the shelter tonight?
Yes.
The shelter address, Miss Sorrell?
224 Sussex Avenue, Newark, New Jersey.
Does the state have any objection?
No, Your Honor, the state has no objection to the alternate address provided.
With respect to the recommendation for ROR, Ms. Julius?
Yes, Your Honor, this matter concerns domestic violence with simple assault, unlawful possession of weapon, and harassment charges. It's alleged the defendant pushed the victim down on a couch and threatened her with a knife. At this time, the state seeks for the defendant to be released on a level 1 monitoring. We're also asking for there to be no contact with the DV victim, Denise Haskins. The state is also seeking an admonishment from the court that the defendant is not.
Good question, Monica. Delivery would be nice right about now, huh? Too bad nothing's open. No, it's little lace. It's lace. It's a little lace collar. It's not sequins, but she is bedazzled. Yes, she is.
Return to the address located at 1 Trenton Place in Newark, New Jersey. We are also seeking for there to be a weapons preclusion. Thank you.
No objection from the defense as to those conditions of Mr. Haskins' release.
Hey, Lori.
You're going to be ordered released today. You'll be expected to go to the shelter at 224 Sussex Avenue. Tomorrow, I'm going to order that at 11 a.m. you call pretrial services to provide for them the exact address of where you intend to live. If at any point in time your address should otherwise change, immediately notify pretrial services of any information on how to contact you should change. I'm going to accept the stipulation as a level 1 for the protection or safety of any other person or the community and to add the relevant conditions proposed. Once per month, you have to call pretrial services. You'll start tomorrow at 11 a.m. and thereafter they'll give you the date and the time like I just did, that you'll have to call them once per month. Do not find yourself rearrested for any new offense while you're released. Do not miss your court dates. Refrain from possessing any firearms, destructive devices, or other dangerous weapons. And avoid all contact with Denise Haskins. No contact would include electronic, telephonic, as well as social media. Whatever items you need from your previous shared address, you'll first have to go to the local police.
Can you imagine Judge Judy being this chill and laid back though? She's not like this. She's tiny and spunky. I don't know. So the last time the chair, if I remember, the last time I showed her, the chair went way up above her head. I think Nakama, I think it's either her or Nakama that used this courtroom. Okay? And I think there's 2 chairs. I could be wrong. But I think that she was in Nakama's chair last time. Because it was like way over her head and she was just down so far. But she's usually way more like Judge Judy than she is today.
Department and have an officer escort you back to get those belongings. Otherwise, at all times, be certain to stay 1,000 feet away from the alleged victim and do not have anyone contact the alleged victim for you. A violation of a no contact condition shall result in penalties and consequences. You'll find them listed on your release order under the notice to the defendant. Should you also become subject to a domestic violence restraining order, any violations to any provisions may constitute civil or criminal contempt and result in your arrest, prosecution, incarceration, a fine or jail sentence. Do you understand the conditions of your release?
Yes.
Your next court day will be before Judge Gizzo on January 27th. Mr. Bellamy is assigned to represent you, and you'll be able to discuss with him if you're eligible for pretrial intervention recovery court in the Veterans Diversion Program. Do you understand everything I've explained to you, Mr. Haskins?
Thank you so much, Snoopy, and hell no.
Yes.
You're free to exit. Have a good day.
So that was Essex County, New Jersey. I have one more clip before we hop to Judge Fleischer. And it is in, actually I don't remember what state this is. I think it could be Indiana. I actually don't remember what state it is. Oh, it's Jersey.
This is State v. Emmanuel Anderson, W2024-1290-0601. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Madison Weber for the state.
This is Judge Todd. And this person talks way too much. Outstandingly too much. Okay? Yes, Judge Fleischer's in Michigan. And this is his lawyer, public defender. So, people keep telling him to be quiet. However, wait till he starts talking.
Andrew Manonga from Sir Anderson.
Thank you. All right. And Mr. Anderson, you are here for a violation. It's a revocation hearing. You have the right to be present, the right to be represented, which you are, the right to give testimony, proffer evidence, proffer any other information, right to discovery, and any admission of guilt will not be used in subsequent proceeding except in limited circumstances, one of which would include impeachment purposes. Do you understand your rights, Mr. Anderson? We're just going to take this one step at a time. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I understand that. I'm kind of lost. Where we at? Where are we at though? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I think I do.
I did, Kelly, and I'm not interested. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to. It's all right because this is my last clip, and then we're gonna do the rest with Fleischer. I missed it too.
I'm pretty sure that you said last time I seen you said you're gonna make sure you talk to your lawyer. I haven't seen nobody, so that's like
okay. Okay, right. It's
pretty
steps.
sure I
know.
had court. I'm pretty sure I had court. You said I couldn't, like you was gonna make sure I don't leave until my VOP. I'm pretty sure I had my VOP should have been December 4th. I didn't get brought to court that day. Why not?
Okay. We are going, all right. So if I need to bring you back to court next week, I will. So let's take this. So today we're just going to talk about the revocation. All right. So yeah, so you're talking about the VOP, and if you were supposed to be here and you weren't, then we're going to, I actually don't remember why.
I was supposed to be here last week. Oh,
right.
I got remainder on Tuesday. I was supposed to have court on Wednesday regardless.
Right. Okay. So let's do this one. Let's do this one right now, and then I'm gonna circle back to that. All right. Let me hear from the state. You can present your argument for revocation.
Thank you, Judge. The state will be relying upon a pre-marked exhibit for purposes of today's hearing. S1, the violation of monitoring report, and at this time would request that it be moved into evidence.
No objection.
Okay.
Where is the monitoring report, please?
Okay, so you're going to hear the state is probably going to cite a lot of the information, recite a lot of the information that's in that report, so you'll be able to hear it, okay? All right, so just listen.
That pertains to what I'm asking?
That pertains. Was an order in place at some point. So listen to the prosecutor.
I understand that. I thought, are we talking about pre-trial monitoring?
We are.
Yeah, I thought pre-trial monitoring was based off of from my understanding, pretrial monitoring I was only supposed to call once every 2 weeks. We have to understand that I was in jail.
Okay,
and then I was
listen,
also
listen, Emmanuel, listen.
Yes.
Let me hear the argument. Let me hear the argument because you have an attorney representing you today. Okay.
All right.
No, you don't.
Miss Weber.
Dude, you just don't. You don't have an attorney. Don't let your attorney speak, please.
Thank you, Judge. The defendant was released onto level 1 monitoring on September 13th, 2024. According to the violation of monitoring report, the defendant never reported for intake. Pretrial services contacted the defendant on September 19th, 2024 in an effort to gain compliance. The defendant never returned the phone call, and the defendant also failed to advise pretrial services whether he was enrolled in an anger management program as ordered. So it's the state's position that the defendant's unable to abide by the conditions of pretrial monitoring, and the state's therefore requesting that the court revoke the defendant's release.
Yeah, I was in rehab at the time.
Mr. Anderson.
All right, Mr. Moon.
Thank you. Mr. Anderson, I'm gonna ask you to just keep quiet during our presentations, and then the judge will give you an opportunity to speak for you. Okay? Thank you.
Right. Yes.
No, sir, don't say okay. Fire him quick before he starts talking. Fire him. Don't let him talk. Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Sure.
Judge, Mr. Anderson was in a rehab, more specifically Integrity House, from September 13th to October 19th. He did successfully complete the program. I don't think he was aware that he had this reporting obligation to PTS. I think his compliance, Mr. Anderson, again, you have to let us finish first.
Okay.
Judge, it appears that his compliance with recovery court was pretty decent, based upon his representations to our investigator. And he has been trying to get his addiction under control. He is not incurring new charges.
Fozzie's back.
It's just that he's not really keeping track of when he is supposed to report to PTS and showing up to court. Well, I don't think he missed any.
Okay, here's my problem. What he just did was hugely bad. Hugely bad. So, first off, they're in Jersey. And if you listened, everybody's talking really fast. And then this guy just grounded everything to a halt by talking very, very, very slow and pausing on in between his words. Which is why this guy jumped in. He thought he was done. And then he was like, okay, this guy was in rehab from this date to this date. That was great. Great job. So he couldn't comply because he was in rehab. He could have stopped there. No. Andrew has to go ahead and add on to the fact that, well, my guy needs to do better at complying, plus he doesn't show up to court. He has 0 no-shows. 0. He's come to court every single time, and this attorney tries to fix it, but it's too late. He just said that to the judge.
Court dates, but it's just a matter of him having the discipline to report to PTS. I asked Your Honor to give that some consideration. He was released on level 1, which is indicative of the level of risks that he poses to the public, given that he's not committing any new crimes. I think we are pretty good on the safety front. It's just that he has to learn, if he doesn't report to PTS, this is what happens. Now he knows. I do have confidence in his ability to comply. He did successfully complete that work program pretty recently. I ask Your Honor to release him so that he can continue to participate in the recovery court program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. listen to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, I am.
That's outstandingly, incredibly difficult. I can't believe you did it. And, like, we didn't even help you. I don't remember you saying anything like, man, I'm having a bad day or anything. We would have helped you. That's crazy. You're doing so well. How long was the treatment? Oh man, I just can't believe that you did that. That is, I bet all of your family are so happy. Or if they're not yet, they will be. Just give them time. You know what I mean? We are just outstandingly proud of you. I just can't believe it.
Looking at the the PSA in which he was released, which was the 303 level 1, he has not committed any new offenses, but is here because he failed to report to pretrial services. I am going to deny the revocation at this time, and I will re-release Mr. Anderson on level 1. The reason I'm doing that is because he has appeared before me for court. So I think it clearly has to be some type of misunderstanding because he's in this building when he reports for me. So it would be easy for him to go across the hall and report to pretrial services. So I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he just was under some type of misunderstanding. So now I'm going to clarify so you can have a better understanding, Mr. Anderson. You have to report to pretrial services on a monthly basis.
Yes.
The next time you report, listen, don't talk, just listen. The next time you report has to be within 24 hours of your release. Although I'm releasing you on this, you are still being held for me, okay? You are still being held by recovery court, so you will not leave the jail. But we will, I believe, attempt to address you on Wednesday of next week. I honestly do not remember why I didn't see you this week. I'm not sure. But I will see you next week to address the violation of probation. But for this matter, you are re-released on level 1, which requires you to report in person to pretrial services within 24 hours of your release. All of the other conditions will still be in place, one of which is not to have any contact with Anne-Marie Impellizzeri. Is that the last name? And I know that is the mother of your children, but you are not to have any contact with her. I also know that you have history with her. You are not to have contact with her. And I believe you both acknowledge that it is not you just don't have a good relationship. So it's in both of your best interests, and I hope she logged in today, not to have contact, okay? Again, right, you will not be released today, but I will see you Wednesday, all right?
Sure.
I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it on the list. I'm gonna put it on the list to see you Wednesday.
And I'm okay. So I'm being held on what basis is of that? Like, what's the basis of being held still? Because you know, I'm really not understanding what I got detained for, because I know I came to court late, but I'm still not understanding.
But you also, right, and I don't want to air this because that's something separate, but not only did you, right, it was something, right, so I'm not going to air it because that's not what we're here for. But we will address all of that Wednesday, okay? Yes, it is okay. All right, have a great day. I'll see you Wednesday. All right, yep, see you. Thanks. Okay.
I'm going to hold
so you got to... Yeah, I mean, send in Mr. Sneed for me. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Miss Finelli, are you in the building? Did you?
I'm just so proud of you guys. I just can't believe it. Okay. Time to go to Judge Fleischer. And if you guys want to, OJ today. If you don't want to, no OJ today. I know I took off yesterday. Now I think I can just take off whenever I want. It's okay though. Guys, it's okay. Because some mod said that I can have another day off in 2028. Oh he is. I didn't see any of it. I don't even know if I hit the like. I think I did on the way in. No, I didn't. Oh, because I'm not mean like that. If you're gonna watch someone and you enjoy it, hit the like. It looks like the camera is tilted, or I am. Kelly. No, we're not. That was all Sybil. Yeah. That was Sybil. My soft serve? Yes, Donald. I can make ice cream now. I love soft serve. That makes that brings out his personality. I won't plan. I won't plan though. I can't. Bye, Willie. Willie, thank you so much for coming out. Yes, Snoopy. Thank you. Take care of that yourself. Just feel like everybody should fall down. Like they should just slide down.
So I'm ready to set this for trial. It's just too much. So let me, Isaac Rivera, come up. Oh, felony court. Okay.
Hey, Judge, your camera is crooked. Do you want us to fix it?
Oh, thank you. I mean, these people, they just, thank you.
I loved it like that.
We'll just send it on you.
I was enjoying myself. Everybody in the background should go, ah!
All right, let's roll, nerds.
Hey, Judge, page 2, bottom of 2, reinstated yesterday. Back today for,
Yeah. Did they file it?
no.
Morgan, can you file the MOAP on Angels, the case we did?
Yes, Judge. So I was going to talk to you about that. So in the new case, I can file a MOAP, but in our system, the complainant is listed as, let me make sure I'm thinking about the right person, but I do remember that I can't change the name of the complainant, but it's not the complainant that.
Can you just file a new one?
Dan, it's you. You are helping him. Every day you're in there, pew, 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 get rid of comments. I took a day off. You've never taken a day off.
Right. That's what happens when I try to file a new one. So what I can do is the complainant will be listed as the one listed in our system, but I can write in like a victim's name.
Okay,
I can do that.
Yep.
That's kind of, yeah, I can't change the complainant's name now.
got it.
I didn't even lurk today.
Yes.
Rochelle, yes. She won't be here today. Yes. They can even split cases. Okay, where you going?
We went ahead and did a mitigation packet. We're still waiting on it. We've sent it multiple times.
I don't know what to tell you. This case is 193 days old. So I want to subpoena the officer right now.
Yes, Judge, will.
1 week, officer must be in court with video in hand. Otherwise, I'm going to have a contempt hearing. It's 193 days old. It's unacceptable. We don't have a video.
Yes, Judge, we'll subpoena him right away.
Elias and Haskins?
Yes, sir, no, sir, we told you,
I'm not playing a game. I hope you know this. All I want my Houston safe. That's all I care about, and I'm going to do it at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care anything. All I care about is public safety. You're not to use illegal drugs, alcohol, have any weapons, contact with the complaining witness, and you already know how it goes. You understand? And I'm going to hold you to it, and that's it. So this is what we'll do. We'll give you a reset now. He's going to have to sign bond conditions with Fleischer. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you. You test positive, you know. So get ready. All right. You got it.
Right this way. Judge, my apologies.
This is bottom of page or top of page 15. Lewis is the last name.
No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, firearms, ammunition, random testing, Judge. Anything else you'd like?
Just normal conditions, and I want him tested within the next 30 days. 100% called in to test.
I'll leave a note for that so they can make sure that it's available one.
Please, yeah. The smell of weed is so strong, I think I'm gonna get high. You don't smell it? Come on. No. Hey, Miss Jewett?
Miles Craig.
Mr. Lindsay, I chatted you. We have your client here, Miss Jewett. Oh, hey, you soundbar. Give me a second. Oh, wait, no. I mean, you're talking. I hear you, Miss Jewett. It must be Mr. Lindsay then. Miss Jewett, say something.
Yes, Judge. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, tell me something nice. You want me to go get your client? Are you ready?
I'm ready, Judge. Yes.
Mr. Lindsay, will you chat me who you have, please? What was the last name on Miss Jewett's client again? Miss Jewett's client, what was the last name again? I forgot. Miss Jewett, who was it again? I forgot. That's it. Got it, okay. Morning, Mr. Craig. How's jail?
Order in the court, please.
All we do is ask you one thing, right? Got to know that we mean business. You know, 1, 2, 3, here we go. It's over and over and over. I mean, how do we get through to you? It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer. But that's the nature of the beast. How do we get through to you so that you know we mean business? Because apparently in the past, it's not been enough. I get it that you may have a child coming. I get it that there are other things, but no means no. Doesn't matter what circumstance you have coming here, but no means no. Do you understand? And the problem is I know that your lawyer has negotiated something upstairs for you to see the baby in the hospital somehow, but I don't know how that can truly work out without there being some kind of I want you to see the baby, but I don't want you to see her. How can we make that happen? That's the rub, Miss Jewett, is that I'm happy to go down on his bond, but I just don't want them to be together, you know? So how do we do that?
Well, so Judge, I understand your concern, but the problem is we can't really inevitably stop two people who want to be together to be together. I mean, I get what you're saying.
We are. This is how we do it.
Well,
This is
I
how we do
understand.
it.
I understand that, Judge. But in reality, even if he doesn't get out today and you know, there's a conviction, whatever may come about, he'll eventually get out.
I am not apologizing for any of my typos. I meant to say duck you, duck you, duck you.
And then again, we can't stop them from being together. So it's more along the lines, I guess, of kind of like the felony court said, listen, he needs to take anger management class and complete it. He needs to stay away from her. As an ankle monitor, stay away from the home, but we're not going to stop him from seeing his child or being there with the child, which inevitably means he has to be around her for that particular purpose.
But there has to be an intermediary that's around that can help out, whether it's his mom, whether it's her mom, whether it's brother, sister, cousin. There has to be an intermediary that can facilitate. You know, they have these apps that the family courts use that basically are.
Nan, I hope your autocorrect never ever changes.
Are an intermediary so they can communicate with each other using a third party. So there's always a way.
So we could say that his supervision when he's with or the intermediary that will be there with the baby and him would be either his mother or his father. So at no times would he be left.
I'm down. I'm okay with that. But I've told you this before, when you have cancer, what do? You cut it out or it's going to kill you. There are certain people in your life that are like that. They're just You're polar opposites. Yes, you may have a happy time where both of you act like gumdrops and rainbows and, you know, but it's not like that forever. It's going to change. And the problem is that you two together, when that change comes, it really explodes into something catastrophic. And one of you invariably ends up in jail. That's the problem. Get upset. There's a certain way to handle things. It's called maturity, right? You learn how to deal and cope with someone who makes you mad. Either you walk away, you do something else, go exercise. Somehow you have to deal with the anger. That's maturity. That's growing up, because you can't continue the way you are, because either someone's going to get really hurt or likely dead. That's it. And that's why I'm scared to put you together, because not only this, but you now have a baby coming into the world. That's extremely stressful, especially when you don't have money, you know. That's why it scares me to put you two together. But if you have an intermediary, that's meaning a third party that's willing to help you get access to the child, that's great. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that there's certain ways for you to be able to get definitive access to that child, meaning a court order. You know, first you establish that you're the father. After that, you get visitation and custody, so that if that other person tries to play games with you, you can either have them held in contempt, they can be jailed, fined if they start to play games. That's something else that you need to look into, because it very well may happen in the future. So that way you are protected and you don't have to take matters into your own hands. Do you understand, Mr. Craig? All I'm asking you to do is grow up. It's not hard. You think before you act, and you think before you speak. And when you do that, good things happen. So now, what about the bond amount, Ms. Jewett?
Well, Judge, you know my position. I'd like a $1,500 bond on each offense, which will match the $3,000 that I have already secured in the felony court.
What do you think?
Your Honor. So
whose case is this?
It's Conrad's case. I can email Conrad if you want to get him.
Does he have a position as far as bond is concerned?
So Judge, he told me yesterday that he would defer to you on the bond.
It would be Conrad's position is to defer to the court.
Put that on there?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to know that I am now going to put conditions on your violation of a protective order case. The Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in very limited circumstances, to hold someone at no bond, zero bond. This is that case now. If you violate conditions on a violation of a protective order, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond. Do you understand? I expect you to live up to these conditions. And you now have 3 open cases. If you should pick up a 4th, if you pick up, or if you violate conditions, I will have no more sympathy. Do you understand, Mr. Craig? So this is what I'll do, Ms. Jewett. I'm going to order no drugs, no alcohol. I'll order no contact with the complaining witness in this case. I don't want him to go where she lives, where she works. You're going to have an ankle monitor on you, so I know where you are at all times. Do you understand what's expected of you? I'm not asking much. I'm just asking you, don't have contact and follow the law. Don't pick up a new case. Your lawyer is asking me, your bonds now are set at what, 20,000 on one, the other one set at 10,000 on one. She wants me to reduce it from 30,000 to 3,000. That's a big ask. Can I trust you?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Jewett. I will acquiesce this one time, but if it goes south, I don't know what else to tell you, you know?
Judge, I completely understand. I've told my client the same thing in no uncertain words. This is it for him. And Judge, also, just so you'll know, the felony court has ordered the ankle monitor for him. So just so the court knows that that's already been ordered.
We'll tack on the same condition as well, so that if there are any violations, we will know as well. Did you hear all that?
Yes, Judge, the no drugs or alcohol in contact, refrain from GPS prior to.
And then no weapons. Yeah.
And just as far as the no contact, with the caveat that he can have contact, well, he can be around her with an intermediary for the birth as it relates to his children.
When is that going to happen?
Well, he already has one child that's 18 months, but the baby itself will be born in 3 weeks.
So you want access so that he can be in the same place while she's having the baby?
Correct, Judge.
And then after that, no more contact?
Correct, Judge. After that, then the grandfather can facilitate his getting the baby, whatever needs to be done.
Okay, I'll acquiesce to that for that one and sole purpose, okay? But after that, no more contact with her. Do you understand? And only if someone else is there. I don't want you alone with her on that one day. You understand? You hold the keys to the jail cell. No one else does. Grow up. It's not hard. You have to do it eventually. All right? All right, make me proud.
Judge, what should you?
Bond reduced, both. Bond reduced to 1,500 on each.
Judge, did you lower the bond?
1,500 on each. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. All right, Ms. Jewett, I got to get you a date. Hold on.
Judge, so one of them's an MAJ. How much time?
We'll just carry it.
Okay, how's January 28th through the 30th?
January 30th would be perfect. I'm go the misdemeanor court on the 27th.
Required appearances?
How old is this case?
199 days.
Yes, yeah. Is there an offer in the felony case?
On a felony case, Your Honor, let me see.
Yes, the felony case does offer is 2 years deferred.
Okay, I guess we need to know because the case is getting up there.
Yes,
Okay?
Judge.
So by the next setting, we need to know, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you, Ms. Jewett. Always a
So we're
pleasure.
good on January 30th? I didn't hear to say.
Yeah, you're good.
Yes.
We got you.
Okay, great, Judge. Thank you. Have a great holiday.
You too, take care. Craig,
Good morning, Your Honor.
hey,
So I wanted to approach and speak to you about Miss Nancy's treatment plan, Your Honor.
okay, how goes it? How goes it with her?
So she is making arrangements to enter into a private rehab. She has Medicare, and so I've spoken to the CLO, and her supervision officer has said that they wanted her to wait in jail for a bed.
Strong. Hi. Hey.
I'm approaching on Mr. Singleton right now.
Are we doing time served?
Yes.
Late docket
Come up, Mr.
today.
Coffer. Mr. Coffer, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 2 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this will now reflect as a conviction on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand? From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay on your record. You can never take it off. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'll find you guilty. I'm going to send you to the agreement. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you if it's an enhanced advantage. All right. Please see the clerk.
Can I have one more case right now that we can take up?
Okay.
I have a couple, please. But the first one is Mr. Macaulay.
Is Mr. McCauley here?
I emailed back, yes, he is, Judge, but I think the BVR is kind of a moot point because he's been in custody the entire time. That's why he didn't show up. He's been in jail.
What?
Yeah, that's why.
But he bonded out.
He's been on bond for this case, but he's being held on a felony every day. So I mean, that's why he didn't show up. So it's kind of.
That's silly.
Yeah.
I thought he bonded out. That's why I'm sorry. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't in here. So.
It wasn't him.
No. I can have
You're right. No. You're completely right. It's, when do we send them down? 10:30? Right?
That's the first round, but they're frozen, so I can't do anything.
Buenos días, señor.
And he's basically exit, so he has to go by himself. He can't go on the other.
Double whammy. Good morning, Mr. Moreno Chan. Mr. Moreno, you are charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member. Shh. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 123 days in jail with credit for the 123 days that you've already done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
I'm going to try to find you the judge from upstairs in Harris County, Texas. He has this real nice chair, and there's the seal. There's the seal of Texas right on the back of it. It's gold. It looks super nice. And the judge can get one. I know the judge can get one because the judge upstairs has one. So there's no reason why Judge Fleischer can't get one. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it and show it to you. Not today, tomorrow maybe. I have it. It's just on another computer.
Yes, sir.
Is there an affirmative finding in this case?
There will be, Your Honor.
Okay. You need to understand something very serious about this case, Mr. Moreno, that there is an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea
50
bargain.
people saw that.
It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can also file a felony charge on you as well. So I would be very, very careful.
Thank you.
You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record and you can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Es lo que se quiere hacer. Yes, and when I sign, I can leave, right?
I see that you have another criminal trespass with us. I'm assuming this one gets
It's
dismissed.
going to be dismissed, and he also has a felony that part of this agreement will also be dismissed.
That's a great deal. I'll tell you that I can't imagine that that's going to continue to happen if this conduct continues.
Oh, I will never do it again.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty?
And I'm very sorry.
I hope so. Actions speak louder than words, Mr. Moreno. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to you to the agreement. There is an affirmative finding of family violence, and good luck to you, sir. Court costs will be rolled. Okay, I'm sorry. There's an enhancement, actually. Mr. Moreno, it is also alleged that you have a prior assault of a family member from March 31st of 2009 in this court, court number 5. Is this true or untrue that you had this assault? Okay, true the enhancement. All right, good luck to you, sir. Let me see, that was Moreno. And I think that it's because of the time, it's a non-issue anyways.
Female custody.
Okay, yeah. Hi, look who it is.
How are you doing today, Your Honor?
See you. Been a while. What's new?
I'm a brand new client. His name is John L. Sharon.
Okay.
On today's docket.
And then,
Okay.
all right. Okay, Joe. Good luck, man. It's like a week after the 26th. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Yeah, Miss Milo and Miss Jones.
Okay, so Miss Jones,
Milo.
Milo, and Jones. Okay. Oh, down here. All right. Good morning, ladies. So Miss Milo, you were charged with theft. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And Miss Jones, you were also charged with theft, facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Both of you guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 46 days and 47 days respectively with credit for each of what you have here. Both of you need to understand that these charges will go on your record. They're going to end up there and be there for the rest of your life. What you also need to understand is that these are enhanceable offenses, meaning that number one, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on. Number two, if you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point, they're going to hit you with a felony offense and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Milo, you have a total of 3 cases that are open. You have a theft, you have a failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice, and a criminal trespass, which are both of those are Class A's. I'm assuming both of those will be dismissed in exchange for your.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of theft?
I plead guilty.
I will find you guilty and I'll send you to the 46 days, credit for the 46 days. On motion of the state, your 2 other cases will be dismissed. And Ms. Jones. You also have a multitude of cases open, for just the 2, right, Aaron?
Correct, a trespass and a theft. She's playing on the theft, trespass dismissed.
Is this how you understand it, man? How do you plead to the offense of theft? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty and I will send you to 47 days in jail, credit for the 47 days that you've done. Your other case will be dismissed. Guys, really? How's jail fun?
No.
You're going to be looking at a lot more time next time. You're looking at a minimum 90 days from now on. So, come on. All right, good luck, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
Where's the 3? Sure. Oh, we don't have. We'll roll it for tomorrow then.
Good.
All right. Shh. Mr. Gutierrez, you were charged with making a firearm accessible to a child. This is a Class A misdemeanor and you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You are here before me now because you have not been able to come up to an agreement with the state. State is waiving and they are agreeing for you to come to punishment with me regarding this offense. Is this how you understand it? You need to understand that you waive a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. Once you enter into this agreement, you cannot back out. You cannot get cold feet. Say, you know what? I changed my mind. I'd rather go to trial or I'd rather do something else. Do you understand? You need to also understand that you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge read in open court. If you are not a citizen, There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal as well. Is this how you understand it? Okay. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to reserve sentencing now until what day?
Your Honor, whatever pleases the court, we'll make sure that the witnesses are ready to go.
Okay, I'm okay with whatever. Do you want to do the week of the 30th? I'm okay with whatever day you want. You guys pick it. It doesn't matter to me.
That'll work, Judge.
You know, there's one more thing that you need to understand is that this can have grave consequences on immigration. If you are not a citizen of this country and you ever want to become a citizen, if you ever want to get documents, if you want to become an LPR, a lawful permanent resident, this could affect that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone to seek immigration counsel?
No, sir.
That's probably something that if you're not a citizen, I would probably do. You know, this is your life. He has told me that he's counseled you to do this, and I guess you still haven't done it. You need to take these things seriously because they can have very serious consequences on you and more so on your family. Do you understand? Okay. So what I'll do is okay, I've marked here that you've advised him to seek counsel of an immigration lawyer. He has not done that so far, so that in the event something should happen, you've also filled out the immigration form, I'm presuming, right? Okay. You know, these cases, Mr. Gutierrez, are never pretty. I can't imagine. Is the death of a child enough punishment? I don't know. I would certainly hope that at this point, you don't have any guns in the house. Doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter what you're doing, but I hope that it's enough that you've taken all weapons out of your house now, because kids will be kids. That's what they are. They don't understand. I don't know what we're going to do at this point, but I will tell you this, Mr. Gutierrez, that I really, really, and truly appreciate proactivity when it comes to behavior. And so that I can appreciate that so that I know that you appreciate the consequence of what has happened here. Because this is about one of the worst things that can possibly happen. It's horrible. It's terrible. And I shudder to think that if one of my kids had been in this position, it's just. So let's come back. Mr. Gibbons, and when we come back, show me what you have. I guess we'll talk to your witnesses. And I'll tell you that, like I said, proactivity goes a long way. You know, you telling me you've done something means nothing. Actions speak louder than words. Okay? All right, guys. So we'll see you. You pick the day and we'll see you on that day. Okay?
May we be excused? Thank you. Thanks.
Is that what was happening in 97?
That was horrible.
I thought New York was dangerous, but shit. Do you want to do a name change, Katie, or no?
I don't want to
For
say.
the
right off
fugitive
bat.
case, Judge?
No.
It's spelled Nguyn, and there's always an E.
I don't think we would need one for the fugitive case.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just,
I can look at the warrant and double check.
good morning, Ms. Nguyen.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Nguyen, you're wanted out of the state of New York for a host of charges, specifically for a burglary, an assault, a robbery, and a possession of a weapon.
He did do parole. He was out on parole about 10 years ago on these cases. So once again, we're not sure.
Wait. That may change things. If he's out on parole, then, hold on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But if he's out on parole, Katie, there may be a pre-signed waiver.
He completed.
Judge, let me check. I'm not seeing that we have a pre-signed waiver,
Have you?
but I think that, Amy, you had some contact with the jurisdiction?
Yeah, so Manhattan County reached out to us this morning. They were asking if we had the waiver or a refusal for him yet. They didn't indicate to me whether this was a probation or a parole. I can reach back out to them to see. Yeah,
That's really important.
I'll do that.
He couldn't have completed because there's a warrant. There would be no warrant if he completed parole.
In as much as.
Something must have happened, Mr. Nguyen.
Can I say something now?
But don't talk about the case in general, but just,
Can I say something?
there's a warrant for a reason.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I used to live in Brooklyn. I committed crime and I do, when I'm 16, 17, I don't speak English that much. So they send to me, whatever they send to me, they send me to Rock Island and they send me to upstate and the judge say like, burglary, on robbery, some kind of stuff like that. But I do not speak English that much at that time because I came United States when I'm 14 and 5 years later I got arrested. So I basically understand a little bit, not that much. So when I go to court, they just do whatever they want to do. They don't tell me nothing. The case, they just say you got arrested, you got robbery, burglary, something like that. But I do not understand like that right now. So basically, after I finished, after they tell me that, they send me Rock Island. Rock Island, they send me upstate. So I do 5 years. First, I do 5 years.
Okay.
And I see parole.
Okay.
Parole, give me 2 more years. And I finished 7 years, and I went home. And then I went home. I do first. I went to live in Long Island first, and then I still go see parole in New York. Right, and then my parents live in Houston, Texas, so I asked for transfer, my paper in transfer to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So I've complete my parole, everything, and the opening. What year?
No. So you may have tried to transfer it. Perhaps it never transferred and you just came down here and never finished the transfer. I don't know.
No, I'm not doing, the people do for me. That's why I'm allowed to transfer to.
Yeah,
Maybe there's an issue with.
there has to be some kind of issue.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think we have enough information to do anything right now.
That's
What
a
I need
brilliant idea.
for them to do is reach out back to New York to figure out why the warrant was issued. Is it a parole violation?
I got parole violation one time. I went home, I worked, and I got violation one time. I went to work and they picked me up of what's that? Angleton. I went back over there and I stand in front of the judge. The judge said, "What you do? Why you don't parole?" I said, "I'm working." So he said, "So show me your work." So I work. I bring all my paper, tag paper. I showed him. So he said, "No. Can I say something?" Yeah. Go ahead. He sent me to immigration. Immigration. They're coming out. I still do parole. I still finish. I have the letter over there.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll it.
But no, that's too sorry. That's too sorry.
I get you. We just need them to.
So let's do this.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna roll it to tomorrow because it's already nearly 12 o'clock. I want to give them time to look into it, to see what New York has to say. A lot of times when you get on parole, you sign a document that's a pre-signed waiver, meaning that You already agreed to waive extradition if this happens. We need to know if that has happened and if you have signed that, because if you have, I cannot give you a bond. Even if I wanted to give you a bond, I cannot give you one because there's a waiver that's already been signed.
What does that mean, waive, sir?
I'll let Ms. Oko explain that to you in back because I got a lot of people waiting.
Yes, sir.
But regardless, I'm not ready to do anything today.
Yes, sir.
I need more information from the prosecutors.
Can I say that thing before I go?
Sure.
What I do is, what happened is I finished parole, everything. I get a letter from Albany, say I'm convicted. Albany State in New York. That all the paper go to Albany.
So, but something must have happened.
We need to figure it out. Yes, I got the letter, everything. They sent me a letter, everything.
And Judge, I would just add that, I mean, at least from what I'm seeing when I run him, which I'm a little hesitant, but like there's like multiple states with like criminal histories that's like very extensive, that's more than just New York. And so we would also have to try to like.
Okay, I
Like,
guess just
figure it
take, take your time, find out, and then we'll regroup tomorrow.
And all his 20 years back, there's nothing wrong.
I get it, but I just want to know if there's a pre-signed waiver. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, sir.
Okay, of course, Mr. Wade. Please. All right, thank you, Amy. Colin. Of course.
So,
I almost never get cold beer, ever. I mean, even when I'm at work, I pour it and then I'm going to do dishes or else over, blah, 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 and it just gets warm. And when I go out, I'm usually up dancing, so it gets warm. I almost never have cold beer.
they reached out to their team.
Okay.
To try and see if they can get something, and they're still working on it. The subpoena that I did issue was set for today, so we have to.
So let's do this.
I get it on the email, but right here, this is gonna be the exclusion zone. These points are entering it right here.
So Judge, it's a 300, it's a large exclusion zone, and as you can see, it's a very busy area. He lives in this area, so I mean, it's literally him just driving. And the place that he was excluded from was a business that's in that area. He's really kind of not nowhere near it. He's just on the street, passing it. I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't even be aware that that was within the zone.
It's 1,000 feet.
Yes, I could put in your studio, I think that's in my head.
So where does he live in relation to the place? Just you talk with her. I don't want to know.
Less than half a mile.
So what distance?
Oh, that's so dangerous. I can't do it. I've been bit in the ass too many times. Even trying that. I can't do it.
How many feet? Because half a mile is, I
Before we
mean,
address that, Judge, my client would like to have an ink monitor taken off right now. If he has a new job, it's interfering with his, it requires some physical demand, it's interfering with his.
so we're here on a violation and he wants me to take it off.
But considering the violation,
I guess state, if you don't mind, reach out to the complaining witness, see if there have been any issues. you
Yes,
know?
Judge.
I don't know if I'm ready to do it yet. I mean, you've got violations, and so violations don't make us happy, Mr. Wilson. You know, you're lucky whether you're not going to
Jägermeister is
jail or
safe
not.
in the
That's where we're at
freezer.
now, not rewarding you with taking a monitor off. You're supposed to comply and not,
Yes, they do.
Violate people.
Yes, they do.
right? So I don't know where you live. What I'd like to know is where you live in relation to
Oh,
Dave
I'm not
City.
muted.
So if you can pinpoint
Sorry,
it on the map
guys.
where he lives versus this, could be great, you know, because
sorry.
it's okay.
When I was appointed to this, I was online and my memory might be failing me, but I feel like I heard the state say that she doesn't even work there anymore whenever he was originally arraigned. So if they can confirm that too.
I don't know. I mean, they can.
We'll confirm that as well. Yes, Judge.
Yeah.
So we'll
You
get
want
down and come back.
to? Okay, sure.
So girls from yesterday, I had Mr. Daryl Myers. I have the search warrant.
One more. Let's find
Well,
one
they
more
told
if
me I
there
have
is
the
one
search
in
warrant. I
here.
can't see the portal right
Yes,
now.
Judge, it's been uploaded and
Okay.
shared, the search warrant.
There might not be one more, guys.
Are we good?
Yeah,
I think
I
we're
mean,
done.
with the court, his felony is set at the end of January. It will be wrapped up. He's doing his
Nope,
TRAS
we're
in
done.
anticipation of that first week of January.
Shush.
So
You're beautiful. I love your outfit, but shush. You're not a defendant. You're a lawyer. We're not here to hear you. Hey, Tammy. Hello. You made it right at the end. Okay. That's all I got for today. But I will start a Judge Simpson right after this. Wow, it's so early. I might be able to get 2 Judge Simpsons in. Sorry, did I say Judge Simpson? O.J. Simpson. I know what I'm saying. I'm going to start it right away. I have nothing to do in between. I just have to set it up and start it. So, the rest of you, have a great day. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm going to try very hard to get a video out, a short video of some new judge. We'll see. We'll see what I can find out today. And then I shall talk to you in Judge Fleischer's court. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes mirror a sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With each stream, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh